Hi there, it's Rachel with Zoe, and today we're going to do an introduction to stay. Stay is really important for the dog's safety, and first thing you should know about how we teach stay here at It's Dog Play is we use stay and wait differently. Stay is when you return to your dog and the dog does not move from their stay until you physically go all the way up to her and release her. And now we use wait whenever we're going to release the dog from a distance. So if you want to practice a recall with Zoe, which is sit, wait, you get far back and then call her to you for a come, that's when you use wait because you're far away from her and you release her out of it. Or say you're feeding her and she's getting really excited. You could tell her to sit and wait and put the food bowl down so that she's not, knocking it over anything. So if, say, she's sitting over there, you put the food bowl down here, step back, and then tell her, okay, and she can go from her wait to her food. Or if you're getting out of the car, maybe you tell her to wait so you can get the leash on, and then tell her when she can jump down so she doesn't bolt out. And so that's when you use wait, and stay is always, always, always you returning to her. This can be very crucial and even life-saving. Say if Zoe were to get out and run across the street, through traffic, you can tell her to sit and stay on that side. That will give you time to safely cross the street and go over to her and get her. You want to teach her that stay means she absolutely does not get up for any reason until you come to release her. So like in that scenario that I had mentioned earlier, if she knows that sometimes you tell her to stay and then you call her out of it, maybe if she sees you walking, she'll get up and run to you, and that could be dangerous to her. And so stay, it really can be life-saving. So we're going to practice that today and start in baby steps. Now, our stays have what we call 3 Ds, which is distance, duration, and distraction. Now, we're not going to be dealing with distractions today since this is our first introduction to it. And the distance and duration are similar in that they both need to be very short. A lot of times dogs immediately want to come with us as soon as we start to step away, but it might be just as much as rocking back half a step like this and then releasing her from it. We want to do it for short amounts of time and not too far so that she's able to do it, and we don't ask too much of her to where she would get up and fail. That way she starts to learn the command itself and understand what we're asking of her. So I'm going to get her treat here. Zoe, come here. Zoe, sit. Good, sit. Off. All right, and now she's very excited, very energetic, and so this might be a little bit of a challenge. That's why we do baby steps for a short amount of time and a short step away. So Zoe, come here. Zoe. Zoe. Sit. Good, sit. All right. So stay. 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 Oh, hi, sweetie. Oh no, her toes got right underneath me there. Okay, I think she's recovered. All right, we'll try that again. I push her just a little bit too long. Zoe, come here. Sit. Off. Sit. Good. Sit. Zoe. Stay. Sit. Stay. Good. Stay. Good. Stay, Zoe. Good girl. All right, that was pretty good. I want it to be a little more controlled. She's kind of all over the place. And you can see when I got down there, you put your hand right in front of her nose. It's like a stop sign telling her to stay. And then you slowly go back. And so we'll try that again. She did go into a down, which if you tell her to sit and stay, you want to keep her in the sit. But right now we're just working on the stay. She already knows off, sit, and down. So we're just going to tackle one thing at a time here with Zoe. So Zoe, sit. Zoe, sit. Stay. Stay. Good, stay. Good, stay, Zoe. Off. right, that was perfect. A lot of times dogs will get up and come to you when you see them, they see you coming towards them, which is like she did the first time, and I accidentally stepped on a toe there. But make sure that she comes, that you get to go all the way to her before she gets up. So, oh, bless you. Sit. Stay. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good. Stay. Good. Stay, Zoey. All right, that was really good. I got almost all the way to the end of the leash, and she was still staying there. As you can see, I'm not doing it for very much time at all. That's because she's still learning, and I don't want to ask too much of her. I don't want her to sit there and forgot what I told her and then her to get up, because then she's never going to learn stay in the first place. So we do baby steps and achievable amounts. She's sitting very nicely. Sit. Stay. 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 Good stay. Good stay, Zoey. Good girl. All right, that was fantastic. She did a really great job for that. And as you can see, when I come back to her, I tell her good stay, and I get really excited. The high-pitched voice is something dogs respond to really well, because when you're excited, you tend to use a higher-pitched voice, and if you're, if she gets into something she's not supposed to, or you need to scold her, usually the first instinct is to say, Zoey, no, and kind of a low voice, and so definitely get excited, use that high-pitched voice, and by saying good stay, that reinforces the word, lets her hear it again, and it helps her associate the action with the command. So that's really important too. Zoey, come here. Sit. Sit. Good. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good stay, Zoey. Good job. Good stay. Yeah. Good stay. All right, that was awesome. As you can see, I was testing her a little bit. I went towards her and then went back again to see if she was gonna get up just because I was approaching her, but she didn't. So that's great, and overall it was a little bit longer. Also, even though you're giving her a treat, give her lots of love and attention. Training should be fun, and it's all based on positive reinforcement. And so she is doing a really good job. Zoey, Zoey. So, sit. Good girl. Down. 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 Stay. Got the leash wrapped around her. Go down. Stay. Down. Good. Down. Stay. All right. I think a down and stay is too much. She's having trouble focusing on both of those at once. So I'm just going to tell her to down, praise her for down, and then we're going to go back to practicing the sit, stay. You always want to end training with you getting through to her and her doing the command that you asked. But like now, I see the down is just, down stay is too much for her, so I'm just going to get her to lay down like I asked, and then we'll do something that she can do. So down. Good down. Good down, Zoey. Good down. Good girl. All right. Now back to stays like we promised. Off. Zoey. Stay. Stay. Good stay, Zoey. Good job. Good stay. All right, that was great. I think that was the longest that we've done it. And as you can see, I was kind of moving around in almost a full half circle. That gives her a little bit of distraction and lets her know that it doesn't matter what I'm doing on this end of the leash. she still has to stay there until I come all the way to her and bend down and release her. So she's doing really great already. I'm very impressed with how far we've come. I can, first of all, get all the way to the end of the leash and still move around. I would not have been expecting that this early. So that's great to see. She's a super fast learner. So keep this up at home, and when you practice it, like in your house or in the yard, you can even do it off leash to get a little farther. And if she does get up out of her stay, correct her, make her sit in the exact same spot, tell her to stay, and then do it for a shorter amount of time, then come and release her right away. The reason why you have to do that is you can't let her get away with it. It will also teach her that stay means stay, and she cannot get up for any reason. And by putting her in the same spot, it teaches her that she doesn't get any closer to you or gain anything by getting up. She starts right back where she started before. But she's done a really great job, so practice this at home, and you can start to add in more distance, duration, and distractions, because she is a very fast learner and is doing great. So this was Rachel and Zoe doing Stay.